Hello FlossTube, my name is Tamara, and in today's video I wanted to show you half-year wrap-up. So I wanted to show you what I have stitched during half a year, I mean like 6 months. This is a tradition taken from Russian-speaking YouTubers, FlossTubers, because they used to do this more often, at least I saw so. Speaking about like this kind of generalizing videos, I'm not very good at them, and the only video I used to do regularly, this is the video in the end of the year where I make a wrap-up of everything I have stitched during that year. So tried to do it like half a year because it was interesting for me to see, to try this format of video, like filming this one, and it was like my personal curiosity to see what I have stitched during half a year. Okay, and I will start with unframed, let's say so, designs, because I have a lot of them which are small and which are finished, but I'll start with the unfinished ones. If to speak about the unfinished, unfinished, this is the correct word to say. From the big, large ones, I have just 2. The first one is Secret Santa by Lavender and Lace. Yes, a very beautiful, nice design. This one was started last year, like it was not finished and started and finished this year, but nevertheless it was finished this year. I would say it was kind of 50-50, like of stitching last and this year. It was the first design I finished stitching this year. It's an extremely beautiful design. I wanted very much to stitch this design with the needle paints threads, you know that now they are more and more difficult to find, but nevertheless I found all the shades I needed, because this one, you know, asks for a lot of shades of needle paints, and it turned out just magnificently beautiful. It's huge. I mean, okay, it's not huge, it's a large design. Taking into account that I'm stitching small designs, this one for me is pretty large, you know, very, very beautiful. So I totally adore this one. Stitched with the Cold by the Chart threads, totally, with the beads and the linen. I also chose the one which was recommended by the Key. It's dirty, 28th count, Cashel linen by Zweigart. You know, in the beginning when starting stitching this one, I was doubting so much about the color of the linen, thinking that it's too dark, but when I started like stitching it, I just realized that this one is really, really beautiful on this linen. So in case you are doubting, try to stitch it on the one which is recommended by the Key, because you won't like have it wrong. It's extremely beautiful. And stitched it pretty quickly, you know. I was expecting that I would stitch it like a long time. It will be difficult because I was very afraid about this mess. I know it's a total mess here, like in these places. No, it was quick. It was quick. It was nice. It was extremely, extremely nice. Next one is Sweet Nectar by Dimensions Gold Collection. This one was a design which I wanted very much to stitch, and luckily last year I could purchase the kit, because this one is stitched according to an original kit. Why do I say to an original kit? Because you can stitch it like changing the dimensions threads into DMC and stitch it with DMC. Nevertheless, there are some shades of dimensions which don't have the matching into DMC, so stitching in that way, the picture will be a little bit different, but not bad. Not bad at all. Love it enormously. It was a good, I wouldn't say it was a very quick stitch, it was a good stitch of kind of 3 months, I think, but not total stitching only this design. I was stitching others as well, but generally speaking, kind of my aim is to stitch one gold collection kit per year. So because two, I think it's going to be too much because I'm stitching something else, but one is going to be okay. I don't have so many kits, and I don't collect the dimension kits. I try to buy the ones which I really like and which I would like to stitch for future. Yeah, so this year's aim, one gold collection per year, is done. Then still unfinished, and I will do it because this already, I don't wait for go to framing studio. This one is to be done by me. This is the friendship collaboration sampler, so collaboration between Shepherd's Bush, Charlan Design, and Just Nam. I have a detailed video about this one. Generally speaking, I have videos about all of the designs I'm talking to you today. Just if you go on my channel, you will see them. So I'm not going to stop today with a lot of technical details about like threads, changes, so on. I will tell you the most important information which I think I should tell you about each design. I have all the components to finish this design, but don't have the how do I say, not even inspiration, the time and the thing to do it, because I am going to repeat myself all the time that I'm not good at finishing, and when I start doing something, I need the time, I need to be alone. Usually I do it when the child is at school. I'm looking very carefully, I'm counting. As I said, I'm not good at it. That's why I'm trying to be very careful, so that the finishing would be not perfect, but bearable, I would say. So didn't have time and didn't have the inspiration, I would say, because when I feel it, okay, today I'm going to finish this one into a bell pull, I'm pulling everything out, I am like all composed, and I'm doing this one very, how do I say, step by step, not making mistakes, productively, and I finish it. If I'm not into the mood and I say, okay, I have to finish this one, so this one goes slowly, I make mistakes, I think you know what I mean. That's why it's going to be finished for sure, just waiting for the mood to finish it. Okay, next one is Rosewood Manor, my first Rosewood Manors. This is Welcome Home design, and I dedicated a whole video to these designs, how from a disappointment they became to finish, from one big disappointment I have in the end two finished designs. So this one is stitched with the, like according to the original chart, with the buttons from Rosewood Manor. The only thing I changed, the thing I changed is the fabric, so I changed with Picture with Plus, and the thread I chose silk from Thread Gatherer, and I changed the butterfly, and I changed one or two buttons here. In the video I'm telling everything, and a lot of Algerian eyelets, a lot of them. But this one is beautiful, it's very beautiful. I totally like this one. And when purchasing the chart for the Welcome Home, I just ended up with the chart for Barnwood buttons and decided, if I have a chart, why not trying to do something with this one as well. That's why I purchased also from Picture with Plus green linen already, and used for this one also silks, but from Karen. And instead of the buttons, because that pack of buttons can be used here as well. I didn't want to buy 2 packs of buttons. That's why here I bought mother of pearls. I don't know if I should call them buttons, because they have just in the center one hole, and I attached them with bead. And I bought only flowers, mother of pearl flowers, and I made how they say, a lawn, a a field, let's say, so a field full of flowers. And of course I have a butterfly as well. So from a disappointment, I turned the project into two beautiful designs. So these were the more or less large designs, I would say. And I have a few small unfinished, but these ones I also want to finish by myself. These ones, the first ones, are 4 designs by Just Nan. They come 2 by 2. If we are to take them according to the chart. So this is autumn. So they are the seasons. This is autumn, and then it's winter, and summer, and spring. So first, when I started stitching them, I started stitching all of them on separate pieces of fabric, thinking that I'm going to make seasonal pincushions. But meanwhile, stitching them, I just realized that they have the same color range and they can be finished together. That's why I'm thinking about finishing them together. I already have an idea how to finish them together. Just need some time and extra pair of hands to do this. So I'm sure the time will come and they will be finished as well. You know that this year I started taking designs which I stitched 3 years ago, and finally they are finished. So I think 3 years from now on they are going to be finished. I don't know. The important thing is to do this one, I mean the finishing, the stitching, to do it like with a great pleasure, not because you have to, you know. And 2 more designs, also Just Nan. This is Miss Kitty's Dragons. I wasn't buying this one for a long time, thinking what should I do with it, why do I need it, but if you start stitching it, this one is very nice to stitch. It's interesting, it has a lot of specialty stitches, and it's nice. I liked it. Thought about finishing it to a pincushion, but it's going to be too large, you know. I don't want to finish it into such a large pincushion. And 1 more design. This is Wildflower Wishes, a very beautiful one with an angel. Unfortunately, it's out of print. This one also was taken out of print, and these ones also were taken out of print. A lot of things are taken out of print by Just Nan. Beautiful one, stitched it. About this one, didn't even think about finishing into a pincushion because I don't know, I don't think this one is going to look nice on a pincushion. Although, who knows? I'll see. So this one's still wait for their time to be finished. And these were all the designs stitched this half year, which are not finished yet. And if I would refer to the finished designs, the most numerous ones, of course, are Just Nan, because I'm stitching a lot of Just Nan, so I think this is what everybody expected to be. And these are all the finished Just Nans which I have in this half of year. Okay, let's start with this Promises, it's called the design. I finished it into the lead of such a framecraft designs. This is how it looks like. Not totally contented about the result, I would say, because I kind of hear it's very tucked into this one, but not bad, and that's why I decided so far to leave it here. I don't know, maybe in future I'm going to make something else out of it, or maybe it's going to stay like this, because till the end it's not so bad. Okay, then I had such a beautiful design, Enchanted Swans, I think it's called, if I remember correctly. I know for sure that there is the word swans in the design. I had the original chart with the embellishment pack with such beautiful swans, and when thinking about the finishing, I inspired myself by a chart from Amy Bishop, where the so it's a bell pull and this one is made like this into hardanger. Yes, I had to look for like the companion or the matching linen. I had to think how to make it here, because when you have a chart and you make everything according to the chart, it's easier, but when you have to think about it, you have to think about it. But I wanted so much this one to be finished like this, and I did it. I am extremely happy about this finishing. Feel proud of myself, I would even say. And for sure, this is not the this is the first, but I don't think it's going to be the last finishing like this, because at least I have some charts by Victoria Sampler which are going to be finished like this at their edge. Then I stitched and finished such a beautiful thing as Perpetual Pentagon. It doesn't have a pins inside, because usually if this one is not on display, I take the pins out. This is how it looks like. Nice one. Nice one. Hard work, but interesting till the end, like this one. Then I started stitching the pockets by Just None. Why do I say started? Because I hope I'm going to stitch at least the 4 of them, which are how to say, a series, because there is one which is sold now. All of them are out of print, by the way. These 4 which I'm speaking about, and I tend to think that they are seasonal. The pocket with slide, which is still sold, that one is a little bit different. I don't have the chart and the embellishment pack for that one yet. I'm planning to buy that one, and when I will buy it, I will see it. But I suspect that this one is. These ones are 4 and they are kind of different. Okay, and I started with the one which is with a butterfly. I had the chart and the embellishment pack, I mean like original for this one. This is how it looks like. Made some changes, so mine it's not opening here as it should open, like in the chart. Everything you'll see in my videos. And this one, it looks exactly like the original one, the winder. There should be winders inside. I'm not going to use them as winders. In my case, it's going to be kind of what this beautiful pocket with a beautiful display, kind of something like this. Then I stitched tall flowers, these tall flowers, and while I was stitching them, I just found at our TK Maxx found this framed them, and actually, it was a great success, so I got a lot of comments saying that this one looks beautifully. That's why I'm going to leave it here, because I said that this is something temporary. I'm not sure if I'm going to leave it here. Yes, I'm going to leave it here, because this one is beautiful. I liked it, and a lot of other stitchers liked it. Then I have such a pin cushion. This is Sunny Summer Happy Gardens. I had this one purchased as, again, original chart with the embellishment pack, but the embellishment pack is just this little seed bits from here, and the most important thing is the pin, which is here, which is extremely nice, and I managed to purchase it, which makes me very happy. And I stitched it, and a lot of people were fans of this little birdie here on the back. Yeah, so this one is great, actually. Then in before Easter, I stitched this one. This is Petticoat Heart. I don't remember how this one is called. It's quite a popular design. It's still being sold on, like, you can purchase it. Quite popular in stitching it was this spring, and a beautiful design. This one here I don't have anything, and I didn't finish it here as the original one, but nevertheless I tried to do something. I have some beaded bunny ears, I would say, like this one very much. Then I stitched my first needle roll, because I have 4 in the stash, but I haven't stitched them, and taking into account that I have 4 in the stash, I didn't stitch any from the stash. I stitched the one which I don't have. This is Lady Scarlet needle roll. Stitch it from scratch, I would say, because I purchased this bead, ladybird bead, and I had this 2mm beads, and I had the chart. Tried. By the way, finishing this one, it wasn't the easiest thing. I don't know, either it's not easy to finish, or it's it was my first one, and it was kind of difficult for me to get used to it, but it wasn't like easy to do it. Beautiful, nice, and I'm going to stitch the others little by little. This is how it looks like. Again, this one is not on display because when on display it has a scissor inside, and I'm trying to put some pins here. Then I stitched 2 tiny biscornues. I started last year in autumn to stitch this tiny biscornues. I have the 4 of them. Started in autumn with the autumn one, before Christmas with the Christmas one, and in spring it was done the tiny bunny biscornu, this one. And in the beginning of summer I made the feathers and flowers, this one. You know, when you look from the beginning at this one, you don't realize from the first first look that this one comes on 2 different fabrics. This one comes on blue fabric and this one comes on raw fabric. Nice. Then I stitched the mouse, which was the next one to be released. This is the ladybug mouse with the red tail. This is the mouse on a tin. The others 3 we stitched last year, and we are waiting for one more. This is how it looks like. This is how it looks like. And I think I spoke about all of them. Yes, I spoke about all of them. So these are the Just Nans, which were stitched this half year, in the first half of the year, and they are finished. And the next one, the next most productive brand, which I stitched, it seems to be Shepherd's Bush, because I have like 6 items stitched and finished by Shepherd's Bush. So what I have stitched and finished, I have such a bag. This is Easter treat bag. This is how it looks like. I have 2 more in my stash and 2 more will come, because I decided to have all these bags which are from this from this series. This is how they look like. This is how they look like. Nice one. And a very quick stitch, by the way. Then I stitched and finished 3 rolls from Shepherd's Bush. This is the $2 needle roll, a very beautiful one, very nice one. This is how it looks like. Then I had like before Easter, I had the Easter roll. Don't remember exactly how it's called, but Happy Egg Day. This one, nice one, with such a basket charm here. And the last one I stitched and finished. This is the bee roll. This is how I changed the bees here, put them in gold. This is how it looks like. Nicey. And besides this one, I also have the trays, the rest of the trays. Yes, this one was stitched like as a spring tray, because at Halloween I stitched the autumn one. Before Christmas I stitched the Christmas one, and here I have the Busy Bees one, which I consider to be the spring one. This is how it looks like. And yes, I have the 4th, which is finished, and I haven't shown you in any video so far, because I filmed the project, I filmed the details about this one, and you will see in one of my next videos, but I haven't managed to publish that one before this video. So yes, I have the ready one, the 4th one, and you'll see the 4 of them in that video, by the way. And yes, this is Shepherd's Bush, stitched in this half of the year. The next one is Mill Hill. I don't have a lot of Mill Hill. I have 3 of them. It's just this one. It's just this one was stitched from this 3. It's finished, and I wouldn't take it away to show it to you. I just brought the whole thing. And you know, when I finished this one, I said that when I'll have, because I intend to have like autumn and winter, such a display with 3 banners, mini banners like this. I said that I will have different ones. I mean, like, I'll take these ones away. I will put a different color of paper and so on and so forth. But when I took this one and I looked at it, I said, no, this is a cheap, simple frame. I'm going to buy more frames this size, and I'm going to make a separate one for the winter, a separate one for Christmas, because I will, it's not a thing like taking them away, putting somewhere. So they are going to stay like this. So I stitched and finished Swan Song, I think this one is called, an extremely beautiful one. Small, little and beautiful. This is how it looks like. And besides this, I have 2 small things like this. I am hanging them on my tree, and I thought, by the way, of like buying more and more things like this and stitching them, because they are easy stitch, they are nice stitch, and stitching them and finishing, like having a lot of them in my my tree, meaning like having spring, summer, autumn, Halloween, Christmas, winter, like making it with different topics, thematics, so on and so forth. Okay, and except this one, the last thing to present you from Stitched and Finished, this is the dimensions. Just a sec, let me put this one away. This is the dimensions bow. Yes, one more dimensions. It's the second finished dimensions in the last 6 months, and finished mean like stitched, and finished like finished. You see this one, nice, very, very nice, like it very much. I have one more in stash. I mean, like dimensions, and I'm thinking about buying this kind of fabric and maybe having more, maybe. And yeah, that's it. So these were all the designs which I have stitched this half of year. If you're curious to know if I would count all of them, they are 33. Yes, so every little design is 33, because yes, I count all of them, because the just nails, this is a hard work, and if it's a finished just nail, this is even a harder work. So yes, I have 33 designs, quite a lot, I would say. I don't know how many I will stitch until the end of the year. I don't go with the numbers. I stitch what I want, when I want. If I want to stitch a lot of little designs, I'm doing this. If I want to stitch one big gray design, I will do this. So in my case, stitching, this is inspiration, and this is what I want, and not like what I have to, or taking like, okay, I have in my stash this design, and I have to stitch it. No, I can pick all the designs from one designer and stitch them all and leave the others aside. I hope you liked the video. I hope it was interesting for you, and see you in my next videos. Until then, bye bye.